Hey, what's going on? It is your boy PopTartBart, joined for the first time, Mr. Beef. Say hello. What's up, Mr. Beef?
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Beef. You feel me? It's a pleasure to finally be in the pantry. We've been talking about this for a little minute, so we about to go ahead and pop it off.
Yeah. And also, this is our first on-camera appearance instead of AI-generated avatars.
Gang, gang.
Maybe you prefer the the
what?
the AI generated avatars.
There we go.
If you can't tell, this voiceover was made by AI itself.
Mm-hmm. That good JI. That good JI.
Hey, that's trademark. That's coming out in a shirt very soon.
Pantry.
Mr. Beef, tell them what are we doing today?
Man, so what we got cooked up for you today, we're gonna be doing a tier list. Not just any tier list, one of the greatest tier lists that you can ever think of. And that's Power Rangers. Duh, come on now, get with it. Get with it.
Yeah, this tier list has never before been done by anyone else on the face of the planet.
We the first. We the best music.
Yeah, there's a copyright.
You're right. Hey, my bad, DJ. My bad.
But hey, if you want to come on, feel free to hit us up.
Oh yeah, Khaled.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, Pop-Tart and Mr. Beef, Power Rangers aren't food related. It's not Pantry. It's food for the soul. So I don't fucking hear it.
We ain't taking the disrespect. So get with it or get lost.
Actually, we might take it. Bad engagement, still engaged.
We might, yeah. So hey, talk your shit.
Yeah, flame us.
Talk your shit. All right, so how pretty much we're going to be doing this is that this is all going to be separated into different tiers. If you guys have never seen this type of video before, we have our
I'm very certain you've never seen a tier list before in your goddamn life.
Hey, man, listen, sometimes you might just have an 11-year-old like, oh, my God, you can do that? You got to think, brother. You got to think.
It's not my strong suit.
Well,
I'm a pastry.
That is true.
I'm a pastry.
You just got feeling, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Care to tell us how you got that feeling?
Onto the tier list.
But like I was saying, pretty much how we're gonna do this is that we have our S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, F tier, and then what is that? We have never seen.
Stuff that we've never seen before.
Because Power Rangers has been along for a very, very long time, you old farts. There's gonna be some Power Rangers that you're gonna suggest, and we're gonna be like, we don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And actually, if you don't know, Power Rangers is based off of and source footage is taken from the Japanese show Super Sentai. Mm-hmm. That could be its own separate thing. If you haven't, I'll probably drop a clip right now of good old Time Fire.
Time Fire!
Time Fire!
Exactly. I would recreate the clip you've just seen, but I don't want to lose my hat. So
Time Fire.
Let's hop to it. As much as I'm pretty sure you'd love to have a 40-minute video of us just bullshitting, that will come very soon, I guarantee.
That will definitely be on here very, very soon.
All right, so we're starting off with the good old classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like you gotta.
There's no debate about it.
You gotta do S for the one that started it all, right?
Just for out of respect, because we didn't even know what we were getting ourselves into, and then Mighty Morphin just made this cultural push.
Yep.
That just now has many generations after it, so it has to be. We talk impact, influential, fight scenes.
Now here's the thing.
Talk to me.
Where you stand on MMPR seasons 1 through 3? Because I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Talk to me.
I haven't fully seen all 3 seasons throughout, so I don't know where one begins, one ends, what is what. I'm pretty sure. I think Tommy came in season 2 for the Green Ranger, and then season 3 was the White Ranger. Mm-hmm. I think.
Mm-hmm. I also am kind of in that same boat with you. Also, it's been so long since I actually watched Mighty Morphin that I don't want to incorrectly say the wrong thing, but I do believe you are right. Tommy did come in season 2. I know that for a fact. He wasn't in season 1, and then that's when he did make that transition from green to white. So yeah, but just off influence alone though, just overall,
we dumping all 3 seasons in S. Because I mean that is like the birth of Tommy, right?
It is, but the thing is that once again, I don't want to I don't want to overhype it because I don't remember exactly how it went. So that's the only thing.
So how about we put these in never seen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel a lot more comfortable with that. Mighty Morphin as a whole, to me, deserves an S. But now once we start getting into individual seasons, it's been so long since I've seen it that I don't want to just be like, oh, S. And then the comment section's like, that motherfucker's stupid. Like, he clearly didn't watch it. You know? So
yeah, definitely don't call us out for bad takes. Please engage with the video.
Please. Just say you suck. I'll like it. I promise. I'll probably pin it.
Well, yeah, best flaming comment will get pinned and we'll reply.
There we go. We like that.
Keep it PG-13 at least, please.
Not for me, man. Go X if you need to. You know
Okay, we got Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. So I know the premise of this. This one is after the end of Mighty Morphin season 3. They get turned into children. And there's Alien Rangers that come down. It's like a 10-part miniseries. I've never seen it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen it. But from the fact that we turned them back into kids, F. Because I'll say this. To merge why I feel that way, that's the exact same way I felt with Dragon Ball. When they introduced Z, had everything to the Buu Saga. And then they came out with GT. And then made Goku a kid again. That shit pissed me off to the utmost 5th power. The oomph power.
So where do you want to put it? Because I would
say never. I would probably say never seen.
Okay.
Just to be.
But just know spiritually,
unbiased.
Kobe already fucking hates it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, bro. Don't miss me with the kid shit, dog. Miss me with the kid shit.
Okay. Now we're on to Power Rangers Zeo. So this is, from my understanding, from the lore, right? They find these Zeo crystals, and that's supposed to be like the biggest, like, power, strongest power and stuff, even amongst the rest of all the future shit now. I think in canon, in universe, the Zeo crystals are supposed to be the strongest. I think, which kind of makes me wonder why the fuck would they switch on to something else. I haven't seen it. There's
guys, you do have to understand, we're probably gonna have a lot of these that are probably gonna end up being lower quality or just never seen, simply because, bro, there's so many fucking Power Ranger shows and so many adaptations, and we're also grown men, so we stopped following it after a certain period. But I will say,
with that being said, there's nothing wrong if you still love Power. I still hold fucking love for Power Rangers.
Of course, you know, and you're gonna see our love for Power Rangers for what we're gonna disagree with or agree with, right? But in terms of this one, I've seen like very bits, clips, and pieces. I would put it at C. That's the lowest that I would put Xena.
I'm trying to think if I've seen any. Ooh, actually, have I?
Because they do have some really decent choreography in this specific one. Like, really good choreography.
I can't recall if I've seen it or not.
Yeah, I would say C at the lowest.
Okay, now I'll let you run that one.
C at the lowest.
Okay, now we're into.
It's not one of the worst ones for sure.
Power Rangers Turbo. Again, I think this is one I haven't really seen.
E.
D?
I don't care for Turbo.
Okay.
Me personally.
Okay, that's an easy one. All right, now we're getting into the thick meat of it.
Okay, talk to me.
Power Rangers Space.
I didn't see Space.
You didn't see Space? Now, see, this I'd say is getting into my heyday. This is
like
the shit.
Prime?
Yeah, like I didn't fully see Space. I had like a couple. This is like a recurring theme. I had a couple like episodes on VHS tape.
Okay.
Coming up, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then there became a time where I started watching on like Jetix and shit. Shout out Jetix if you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
If you didn't, you're too young. You probably shouldn't be watching this. If you're too old, call a doctor.
The prostate exam right now, immediately.
But no, I look fondly on Space. I believe Space is the first season to offer a battleizer.
Damn. See, that's how I feel like if it's something that I haven't seen but it revolutionized a part of the show to then make it permanent, it had like, that's how I felt with this one right here. I can't
Zeo?
tell. Yeah, I can't tell which that is. The icons are so small. But Zeo, like, it has to be either C or higher. It has to. Just from starting its own thing.
For me, Space, I think drops an A.
Drops an A.
A.
For sure. Hey, I believe you. I've never seen it. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, comment section. Let me know. Should I trust this guy with that decision? just let me know.
Yeah,
so then
they're
I
gonna
can
be
see in the future how we're going to gauge these.
Yeah, they're gonna be like,
I don't think you should trust anybody with the name of PopTartBart.
He seems really suspicious.
back to the tier
Oh,
list.
yeah. Lock it.
All right, now we've got another, I think, fabulous one. I could probably fucking glaze this one until the cows come home. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
I heard Power Rangers Lost Galaxy was peak.
Dude.
Yeah, I heard
Dude.
it was peak. I literally, from everybody I talked to about it, I heard it was peak. I've never seen it, personally. But, like I said, I talked to many people and they feel very strongly.
Brother, all I'm saying, you put on like a Lost Galaxy episode and you get hit with the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
Oh, damn. So just from intro alone,
Yeah.
has to be up.
Far, far away, deep in space. Something dead, you Power Rangers.
Pick it up. There you go. All right, bet. Yep, I trust you, then. I trust you.
I would give Galaxy an S.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Do it. Piss them off.
Something tells me that's not gonna be a hot take unless we find the very niche where it's like Lost Galaxy, fucking
The
worst piece of shit.
1%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know they're out there.
Yeah, it gotta be.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, Mystic Force is the best thing ever. Let's get to the next one.
All right, we've got Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
F.
What?
F. I didn't enjoy it. I think the costumes are kind of a little cheesy. Yeah. You like you can get away with certain cheese because it's Power Rangers. But, yeah.
I think we're gonna have to renegotiate your contract here.
Listen, you asked for my opinion.
All right. I tell you what, I was gonna put it A, and if you want to do it F, we split the difference. Go C.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm with that. There's gonna be a lot that we're probably gonna disagree with.
All right, now
Let me see. Talk to me.
I would say this is one of, if not my, most favorite seasons.
Oh god, what is this?
Time Force.
Fuck no. Yeah.
Dude.
Fuck.
Dude.
No. Jesus Christ, bro. Time Force.
Brother, I don't have time for this disrespect.
Listen, I got time for all the disrespect when it comes to fucking Time Force, bro. But I'll say this. It's definitely not one of the worst. It's not. It's just my personal bias towards it.
Okay.
I would put it, if I remove my bias,
Uh-huh.
C or B. Because I understand the fandom of it.
Okay.
I'm not one of those people, like, if I don't like something, I would say the reasons why I don't like it, but I'm not going to call it ass for the general public.
Okay. I respect
It's
that.
ass for me,
Okay. I respect that.
and I stand on that.
Okay, so what would B or C? What would be your final decision?
I would probably say B, just because the fandom and the culture behind Time Force.
Okay, I would go S, so we can split it. Go A.
Mm-hmm. We could do that.
Okay.
We could for sure do that.
That's fair. Alrighty, now.
S. You want to talk about peak Wild Force? Power Rangers Wild Force? S.
Hang on,
S, bro.
I want to try something. I want to see if you can pick up on what I'm about to lay down. Right?
Okay.
Wow. I was hoping
Are you-
hoping you'd start singing the theme song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been so long. I know it's
Wow, Force. Wow, Force.
Yeah,
Power
there we go. I
Rangers.
was trying to figure out what was the melody. Okay.
I got you. So you'd go S.
Power Rangers. Yep.
I think I'd drop that in an A, but I will give you the S.
Bro.
I'll give you the S.
The
I'll give
hood
you the S.
loves Wild Force.
Okay, now here's the thing. That is the last of. I think that's the last of Saban.
Okay.
At least I know Lightspeed Rescue was actually supposed to. No, what was it? It was So Power Rangers in Space was actually supposed to be the last Power Rangers because that's when they destroy Zordon and shit. And Lightspeed is actually like the first man-made like stuff. Like there isn't like, oh, celestial Zords or this or that. No, wait, no. I might be wrong on that, but that's supposed to be the first one without like Zordon, I think.
Yeah.
So I think Space is supposed to be the end of it, but I think Wild Force. All I know is after Wild Force, they stopped filming in downtown LA, and you can notice a shift.
A big shift.
But now we're
Some
on.
would say for the better, though.
You see, no, like I said, my heyday is in like Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, fucking Lost Galaxy, like that. That's my childhood.
See, the thing is, like, because it's so funny because we're not that far apart in age, but my like prime in Power Force was literally the generation after that. So the Ninja Storms, the SPDs.
Now, see, that's the stuff I caught on TV, right?
Okay,
The other stuff I've had on tapes.
VHS,
yeah.
Which, if you don't know what a VHS
yeah,
is,
I was just about to say, can I get a show of hands? And if you're old enough to remember what a VHS is, call a doctor.
Yes. That prostate is coming up soon, brother. You know what I'm telling you.
Well, back to the tier list.
Back to the tier list, bro. Back to the tier list.
So Ninja Storm.
S. Bias is fun. Alright, I will say this. In terms of like, we're talking the fight choreography and everything like that, Ninja Storm is up there. For sure.
Okay.
Even the CGI was pretty elite for Ninja Storm as well, especially for how old it was.
Okay.
I'll say this. I won't put it S just because that's my personal fandom going after it. Because these last couple ones are going to be high up for me. I'll put it, the lowest I'll put it is B.
I'd probably give it a C or B.
Yeah. I can live with that.
Go B?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can live with that.
Ninja Storm's B. Our first B.
There you go.
B
I'm
beautiful.
I'm kind of a personal fan of the lower number teams.
Okay.
And then they add on the characters gradually as they go.
Okay.
Just because I think it adds more elements and more surprises into the show. Because, remember the two guys, the
Thunder Rangers?
Violet, yeah. So, you have them pop up out of nowhere, and you're like, bro, who the fuck are these strong ass motherfuckers? And then they're
And then how they started as like
what I
evil
mean?
bad or whatever.
But then do you see that character progression? Now they're actually part of the main force. I like those types of stories at least.
Was there the Green Ranger too? Cam. Yep, the Samurai Ranger.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they added so many different ones into it to where it kept you wanting to come back because you're like, okay, there's these new guys. What are they about? Especially the Thunder, because you go and they're assholes. Like they come into the show and you do not like them, and then as the show progresses, you're like, fuck, they're growing on me. They're growing on me. Oh, they're the best. Like, you know what I mean? So. All right. What's up to the next one? What's the next one?
Dino Thunder.
Oh man, when Tommy came back with that black and gold suit, bro.
That like tied the whole Power Rangers threads all together.
Dog.
And fun fact, I actually saw this in like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
The Red Ranger Connor.
Mm-hmm.
He is actually like an extra at the very last episode of Ninja Storm.
Really?
Like he comes on and in the beginning, like Tori, Shane, and Dustin, they're all kind of like goofy or whatnot. They're like, you really want them to be Power Rangers and stuff?
Yeah.
So when these new three people come in, and they're like, oh yeah, we're here for the academy or whatever, he's actually
like passing the torch, essentially.
They set it up to like, oh yeah, these are gonna be the new three, kind of like bumbleheads or whatnot. But they're like, oh yeah, we were that once upon a time, but now we're like the Grand Masters or whatever.
That's lit. That's lit. A little cameo action.
And so he actually has a line in Dino Thunder that says, oh yeah, I have a cousin that works at the Ninja Storm Academy.
Yeah.
To like tie that in.
Together.
Yeah.
That's lit.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Man, where'd I put it?
Can I just say I love the fucking White Ranger?
Because we're gonna jump ahead when I say this statement. There's only a couple special Rangers that get special treatment. As far as like, okay, the drip, the aura, everything about them. The White Ranger, Dino Thunder, and the White Ranger and Samurai. Did you watch Samurai?
I did not watch Samurai.
Bro, if there's any new one you should watch, Samurai.
Okay.
Like, the people are gonna tell you Samurai is high, dog.
Okay.
Like, Samurai
Facts.
is debatably like top 5,
Dude,
in my opinion.
the White Ranger and Dino, you know when they went like they're like powered up for and whatnot, and their spikes came out of their fucking
yeah. Trust, bro. Trust. Yes, that's a minimum for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree with that. Let's go A.
Minimum.
Let's go A.
Yeah, a minimum.
All right, now I think we are coming up to a special one for you. Power Rangers SPD.
S. The first to be a Red Ranger. I can't even say what I want to say, bro. But that holds such a special place in my heart in terms of just representation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we were always kind of the two. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we were the Blue Ranger.
Okay.
You know. But then we finally got not only a really good story, because it's not like bro didn't earn red. Like, he started off criminal, right? Running away.
Yep.
And then tested himself multiple times, and then be able to become the leader that he was. But then on top of that, you have the Blue Ranger's backstory with his dad being the Red Ranger, and now he had to live up to this crazy expectation. But yeah, bro, SPD, just from that standpoint, I think it was one of the grittier Power Rangers, which is also another thing that I kind of was attracted to by it.
Dude, can I just say, the dog.
Bro,
Trigger?
that's what I'm saying. You want to talk about special Rangers get special treatment?
Dude, can I just say,
Commander?
Can I just say how like stiff he is? Like normally,
Yeah.
it's like,
Then he
dude,
gets in that suit?
you are like a fucking 6-month-old sponge,
Bro.
Like you are stiff.
Mhm.
Like you bathe in super glue
For sure.
on the daily,
For sure.
and then the second you get into like a skin tight leotard, like.
Bro,
come on.
you're the best fighter
Come
I've
on.
ever seen in my life. Like, what are we talking about, dog? Yeah, and then not only that, but then the SWAT added towards the end of it. Like, and now they get the power upgrade. Oh yeah, bro.
Dude,
In terms of costumes, I just wanted to like drip your costumes out there.
Dude, so catch this, right? I had the SWAT Megazord.
Ooh,
I had that.
yeah.
It turned into a gun. Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. I'm the lowest I'm taking SPD is A. Be on a really, really good argument.
I was gonna say B, but we can go A.
Yeah.
I feel A is.
I feel
I feel good
A.
with A.
I feel comfortable with A.
All right. Now,
I'll let you state your case, because this holds a special place in your heart.
this does hold a special place in my
Way
heart.
more than me.
I fucking love Mystic Force because I love mystical creatures and shit, like phoenixes and shit, all that. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, you know, I love Phoenix. Fire's like my favorite element, and it's just, you know, felt good for me. That is probably tied up with Time Force for me. But you say S?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, ass.
We put it together.
But-
You know, look, just because it's your favorite, I'll let you be able to choose, and we'll meet somewhere.
I would give it S.
You would give it S?
I would give it
So,
S.
I'm gonna be honest. With you.
I will say that is from the lens, I think, of nostalgia.
I'm biased.
And,
An extreme bias. Because you really, like, let's really keep it a spade. You really think Mystic Force was better than Dino Thunder, SPD, Ninja Storm, Space, and which, I can't read that one.
Time Force.
And Time Force? Well, I don't really care about Time Force. But, but you think that's leaps and bounds better than those?
Well, you see, again, we gotta filter in. Time Force was an S for me.
That is true. It was because we met in the middle and we we made it A. So that's true. But still, bro, you think Mystic Force is better than Dino Thunder?
For like the nostalgia's sake, I would put it in S. I'd probably overall.
If anything, it has to be next to Ninja Storm.
I
If
would.
Mystic Force is an S, then Ninja Storm needs to get bumped up one higher. Because I don't even think Mystic Force is better than Ninja Storm. Me
Okay.
personally.
I would say I'd be fine putting Mystic Force in A. Because, I mean, dude, fucking the Unicorn Megazord?
I mean,
Shit was gas.
It wasn't.
It was gas!
It wasn't. And then, it's crazy because they're the only ones with capes, but their drip is so ass in comparison to everyone else.
Okay, what did you think of when they got the specialty shit and they had, like, the specialty, like, white and gold trim on their outfits?
I
Like,
will say,
gas?
now that did make it a lot better, but their base form is so ugly that you just want them to just be in that upgraded form at all times.
I can understand that.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if your base form has such a huge drop-off and you need the power-up, which probably didn't even come until later in the show, towards the end of the show, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I feel... Also...
Because them motherfuckers do not have aura, bro. I don't care what you want to tell me. Why do you
Okay, real quick, what do you think of the dragon armor? When he, like, merged with the dragon. You see that one?
Yeah, it's... Man, that's the thing, man. If I have to go and resort back to their upgraded shit,
Okay.
that's
Okay,
that's
so
a point off for
after
me.
talking with you, I would say I would be comfortable putting it in B.
I feel comfortable putting it at B2.
Okay.
I didn't comfortably feel all right putting it so far ahead of like a Dino Thunder, Space, and
Okay.
Ninja Storm. I just can't.
Okay, I can feel that. All right, now we're getting into
This newer generation stuff.
yeah.
This was when we were like teenagers.
I think I kind of remember a little bit of Overdrive, but I think Overdrive is where I kind of started to fall off because I didn't fuck with the dump truck.
Yeah,
It was a dump truck.
Bruh, listen here. I'm not a big mechanical guy, so the whole car thing never really sits with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not a car guy.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean I don't appreciate cars. I just don't like them to the point where if they're the main premise of a show, I'm not gonna give a fuck.
F.
F. F. I feel comfortable with that.
All right, Jungle Fury.
Ooh, now, Jungle Fury.
I feel like I remember watching. I think I have more memories watching this than I do Operation Overdrive.
Oh, for sure. Jungle Fury, I think, is one of the most slept on Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah, because when you look at it, it was kind of a combination of Wild Force and Ninja Storm a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of just the martial arts premise, Jungle Fury was probably one of the more focused on the combat aspect of like making sure you're one. Because you think of their sensei, right? Another guy.
Okay.
That gets special
Okay,
treatment
I'm
as
picking up.
special ranger,
I think I'm picking up
right?
what you're putting down. Yeah.
Motherfucker
Yeah.
came out with the all purple.
Okay.
When was it like when we talk like colors and everything like that? What was associated? That purple was drip, dog. And you look at him and you're like this super shaggy, go lucky dude. Like, you know, hey, I'm just here for the vibes.
Real quick.
All that. What's up?
Since we're talking about wolves, the wolf from Wild Force.
The wolf from Wild Force. What? Like, what do I rank it, or like, how do I feel about it?
No, just since we're talking about Wolf Rangers.
Oh yeah.
With the billiard sword.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying though, is that Jungle Fury I felt was one of the only Power Rangers, not only, but one of the small percent of Power Rangers that was mixing both shows and
Okay.
then putting it into an innovative new one.
Okay.
And now, do I think it's like best of the best? No, but I do think it's wildly underrated.
See, now when I think of like Jungle Fury, I think of an adjacent Dino Thunder.
I can see that.
And
I can see
and
that.
now that you're talking about like the whole Sensei and stuff, I could see a mixture of Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm.
Yeah. So just for me personally, I think that it has such good combinations of the previous Power Rangers, or at least specific ones, that I think made it unique in its own way.
Okay.
You know, especially with the color schemes and all the different elements that it threw into it. One, I just love the animal association. I think that's one of the best ways to represent Power Rangers.
Okay.
So I would say highest I would put it though is like B, but I can live with it being at C.
Because I don't have like a whole lot of like, you know, the other previous ones I have like memories.
Yeah.
Right. This one not so much. I would say C.
I would say C. I'm comfortable with C.
Okay.
Now, guys, just to kind of preface this again, we are not saying which is goated, which is top 5.
This is like us.
This is our personal opinion. This is what stuck with us. This is what obviously we have our opinions about it. So you're more than likely to feel free to change this up in the comment section. Let us know where we're at right now.
Facts.
Let us know which one did we get extremely wrong. Like extremely wrong. Tell us down below right now. I think we're halfway through. Kind of like I think we're about 50%.
Yeah.
Or at least 40.
Now here's like most of the stuff beyond this. I think there's a couple movies in here that we could talk about. But